From the heart of the city, straight to your radio. Honest, intimate, real. This is where love gets real and real gets deep. It's not just talk, it's the Love Talk Show. Are you ready? Then let's dive in right now.
Hello everyone, the Love Talk Show once again back and today bringing the topic how to rebuild a family when the house fell down.
And hello everyone. Welcome once again to the Love Talk Show. Every single day, a new topic under the light of intelligent love. And today we are talking about collapse. When a family collapses, how to rebuild it. Yes, because it's possible, but we are going to talk more about it, so stay tuned.
It's a reality, Andrea, that we face day by day. It's more common. We hear this happening, and it happens in the best families everywhere, all over the world. This is happening, no matter what the background is, the culture is, the age is. This is happening a lot. And today, what can we do in order to rebuild the family? Pay attention. If you know anyone is going through this, let them know about the Love Talk Show.
A family united. But what about your family? Is your house breaking down? A lot of unresolved issues tend to be a root for a broken home. But the question is there ever a possibility for a bounce back? Plan holidays, counselling, and even family intervention, but nothing is resolving the issue. Well, don't worry, because today we'll be talking more about this topic and how you can save a broken home.
This is the Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
Rebuilding a family is today's topic. We don't know what situation your family member or your friend or yourself you may go through, if that's the case. But we don't know if you are already living in separated different houses, if the marriage is already over, if you already got divorced. But in today's Love Talk Show, we want to talk about a family that can be restored. Maybe things are not going very well. Maybe you are already, as I was saying, living in different houses, or you are not sleeping in the same room. Maybe you are already at the point that the documents for the divorce are already there. The lawyer is already waiting for one of you to sign it. Maybe at this very moment, even your children, they were already told that parents are going to get divorced. But we do believe in rebuilding a family, and there is a chance for a family to be rebuilt. There are reasons that maybe for different reasons that I don't want to talk about them, that may give a reason for both go to different paths and have different roads. But we want to talk about those cases where a person can rebuild the family. At the end of the day, Andrea, a person got married not because one day they woke up and they said, I hate this woman, I hate this man, I'll marry him or I'll marry her. No. They got married. In the majority of cases, they got married because they were in love for each other. They got together because they saw a great potential on that man, on that woman, and they've seen something that this person had to add to their lives, and vice versa, and that's why they formed a family. There are several reasons why things are not going well. There are certain problems and difficulties that were triggering this coldness or these problems among the couple. But how to do it in order to solve it? Where should I start from in order to know what can be done? And identifying, I think, Andrea, one of the main things the person has to do is to identify where the rupture was. You know,
Where it started.
when it started, what is the root of it, what was the cause of it, not what I felt, not what came after this, but where the problem was originated. So where was the problem originated from? Was the moment that you start dealing with your spouse more as how can I say, a sister, a brother, than your wife? It was the moment where you start using words and good words, or caring for your spouse and being lovely towards to your spouse. Was the moment that you start giving more attention to your friends outside of the house than to your spouse. It was the time, it was the reason, or it was the fact of you going more to your work, and you were saying, I need to work and work and work, but you were just giving yourself an excuse not to be at home. Well, these are a few options that could be the reason of it.
I was even thinking while you were talking about the Bulletproof Marriage from Renato Cardoso and Christiane, and they've mentioned a point that it's very important for us to bring up. So treating the marriage as a company. And why? You might think, oh, but it's my love life. Everything needs to be dealt by love or through love or with emotions involved. That's a huge mistake, because involving emotions and bringing all these emotions to the table when we are trying to sort a problem amongst a couple can bring up more pain and more chaos sometimes. So because you were talking about identifying the rupture, so acknowledging what caused that impact from the root. So where did we start hurting each other with words, like you were mentioning? When was the point where we started treating each other as strangers, living under the same roof? When was the moment that I started saying words that I shouldn't, sometimes very aggressive words? When was the moment that we started prioritizing other people, family members, or even work above our relationship? So this is what I mean by addressing the situation as if you were dealing with a company, a business. So if you sit down, okay, we went through COVID, and this is what COVID created, but now what can we do about it? Let's find solutions.
Finding what the impact these things had over your marriage, your relationship. And then, Andrea, it was only the snowball effect. One problem start bringing the other, and one moment of disrespect brought the other. One moment of offense brought the other, and they end up not having any word to use to offend each other because they use the entire dictionary. Well, another thing that I believe you can do it is to accept and to identify what your responsibility was in this, and taking this responsibility.
Not to blame each other.
No, I'm telling,
but acknowledging
what they've done. Not what my partner only did. Obviously, we both have had our share, but identify what I can do in order to solve. Because if you do this, you will start opening the door for a better communication between you and your spouse. You will give a chance for you to sit down. Okay, we have here a paper full of problems and full of difficulties and bad memories. So let's put this paper aside and let's start anew. What can we do? Where all of this started? What was my part on it? What was your part on it? What can be done from now onwards that we are going to do or to say in order for us to become that couple, to become that team that once we were? And in doing this, I do believe the next step, or the first step, is already being taken, and together with a follow-up. And this is where the love therapy comes in. We do believe that you can rebuild your family. We are going to talk more about this. Just pay attention.
Oh, Here she comes. Can you hear
Okay.
the
who?
heart beating?
Oh my goodness. Amora.
Can't you hear? Here she comes. Yes, Amora.
Rebuilding hurts because you have to touch the damage you avoided. Can someone really deal with something like that?
And Amora, how are we going to do it? I know it hurts, and sometimes we want to avoid certain things, but with the responsibility, with balance, with self-control, and with reason, we have to approach the situation. We have to know where what the damage is and where everything has started. No matter how much this hurts, the truth needs to be put on the table, and we need to know how many cards are there, and there is no card hidden under the sleeve. And this is the way, for one of the ways that a family can be restored and rebuilt.
Okay, footsteps.
Quinton
Quinton is coming. He has something to say also. Let's listen to Quinton.
Peter, don't you agree that you cannot rebuild a family using the same behaviors that destroyed it?
Well, Quinton, I agree with you that we should not, and it's not possible for us to rebuild the house using the same mistakes and the way that we were behaving before. If we keep on doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, it's not a very intelligent way of solving problems. Something needs to change and something needs to be approached. Well, we are going to talk more about this. Pay attention to this video and we'll speak more about what is going on in the love therapy.
How was the love therapy seminar for you today?
It was really nice, and the message was something really very good about understanding your stage, especially for us. We're just more than 1 year married, and this message today, it is to see which stage are we right now, and also to take the action to really also understand how we can deal with this new stage. So it was a blessing.
What do you think you need in this stage now, based on what you heard in the love therapy?
I think understanding, as you were saying, we just got married, so we're in the adapting stage, and sometimes you may think that things are happening is a bit abnormal, but it's actually not abnormal. It's perfectly normal. We just need to learn to understand each other, learn to be patient. So today was a really good reminder that it's what we're going through, as we're not going through anything bad, but the adaptation is not a bad thing. It's a normal thing.
Would you say that people benefit from coming to the love therapy?
I think coming here, it is a spiritual support that can help you, for you to deal with your the issues in your marriage, and to do it in the right way. Also to take a good decision when it comes to marriage, and also to build at the beginning with the good foundation, because what you receive here is something inspired by God. So I think it's really important people to invest coming to the love therapy.
There is a stigma that when people come to the love therapy, maybe there's something wrong with them if they're single, or they're desperate, or when they're married, maybe they have problems in their marriage. Do you think that's always the case?
No, not at all. I think if you care about anything enough, you'll maintain it. Let's say you know there's luxury cars, there's vintage cars, you want to maintain it. So same thing with the marriage, you want to maintain it. It doesn't have to be broken for you to work on it, for you to add to it, for you to make it better. So not at all.
So would you recommend for people to come to the love therapy?
Yes,
100%. Yeah, definitely.
Want to experience the love therapy for yourself? Join us every Thursday at 8 p.m. at 232 Seven Sisters Road, Finsbury Park. You'll be inspired.
This is the Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
Well, when we talk about rebuilding is always a very difficult process, because it will demand to not just to build something, but will demand us to fix what is broken, the leftovers of the previous war, fight, argument, and problems that were there, fixing this and being able to write a new story. And this is not easy, Andrea. It demands it will demand from this person a sincere desire, because if there is not a sincere desire, they will end up to give up. A sincere desire of fighting for the marriage, for the family, and fighting for themselves, because when we do this, we are taking care also of ourselves. And doing this by ourselves, sometimes it's not possible. And this is why we want to say and tell everyone who is listening that the love therapy is there exactly for people to have someone who can, how can I say, advise them and show a different perspective from what they have been seeing so far, and will give them the ability to fight for what they love. Because at the end of the day, although the marriage is broken and things are not going well, this person is still in love for the spouse.
And you know what I was thinking? No one buys a car just for the car to last 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. And when something happens, what do? We go to maintenance. So if something is broken, something needs to be fixed, so we do it. The love therapy, I was thinking, it's the maintenance. Even if you didn't get to know the spouse or the person that you want to start a life with, you are working on yourself. We work on ourselves. And when we engage in a serious relationship, we're still working on ourselves. And then when we get married, we take care of the maintenance of that relationship in order to make it last, let's say, not forever, because no one lasts forever, but to have a very high life expectation regarding to a relationship. So we are here every single Thursday, 8 p.m., 232 Seven Sisters Road, here in Finsbury Park, very, very close to Finsbury Park train station.
Well, no matter what the situation was, if you look to your family, or if you know someone that is looking to his or her family and they want to rebuild, you see there's still love them there. So let them know they are not alone, and we are here to advise, to hold hands, spiritually speaking, together fighting to rebuild the family.
Real stories, real dilemmas, real solutions. Only on the Dear Love Talk Show.
So we do have this segment in the Love Talk Show that is called Dear Love Talk Show, where we answer questions from our listeners and our viewers. And the question for today is the following. My partner has a colleague at work that they jokingly call their work spouse. They say it's harmless and it's just a joke, but it makes me uncomfortable. Am I overreacting, or is it reasonable for me to feel bothered by that?
Well, Andre, it couldn't be a better person to answer this question than you.
Oh, thank you for trusting in me. But I was even thinking that, yes, I would be bothered by that. Imagine my husband, oh, I have you here, but then I have someone that jokingly I consider my work spouse. So one at home, one at work. That wouldn't be acceptable, not even saying that as a joke. So of course, we cannot lower our standards. There are things, okay, we can have fun together, we can laugh, we can even, sometimes I tell to my husband, are you bullying me? But I know it's not meant to hurt me. Even if the spouse of the partner doesn't mean to hurt, that's not his or her through intention, it's not something that we should joke about. Something that it's a very thin line, because if you consider that person a work spouse, it's because that other person considers themselves also their work spouse, if you know what I mean. So it's a game of both hands. So you have to be careful, you have to be aware, address the situation in a...
They are already on the red line.
Red line. So address the situation in a way to communicate with your partner. Tell him or her that you feel uncomfortable with the situation. Share your thoughts in a serious way. Oh, it's just a joke. Yeah, but I really don't like that joke, because I don't play around with you the same way. And I really think that you wouldn't appreciate that I would do the same with you, and establish boundaries there. And then you go from there, you see how the person reacts, but show your true colors in the sense of how you think about this, and be very firm regarding that.
And if the person has, those who are listening, they have a question,
They can always send their questions to love@uckg.org. It will be our pleasure to talk to you.
and the Love Talk Show is coming back tomorrow.
It's coming back. You're being funny now. The Love Talk Show is coming back tomorrow for sure. So 10 p.m. It will be our pleasure to share with you one more topic under the light of intelligent love.
And if there's anyone who wants to watch the previous episodes,
Oh, you are inquiring a lot today. But yes, it's my pleasure to share with you. You can always go to our YouTube channel. So Love Talk Show on YouTube, and you can find us there. If by any reason, if you fell asleep, that shouldn't happen, but if you fell asleep and you missed out one of our programs, you can always go to the YouTube Love Talk Show and find us there.
well, Andre, will you be at the Love Therapy this coming Thursday?
Always. If I'm alive, if God allows me to be here, I won't miss out the Love Therapy Thursday, 8 p.m.
So if you'd like to talk to us or with any of the advisors that will be available here, and they are every single day, you can talk freely with us. You don't need to pay anything. Well, may God bless you all. See you tomorrow here at 10 p.m. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
How many good times have you experienced? The lessons learned, the childhood crushes, the pleasant moments that come and go. Unfortunately, however, these times have also been suffocated by disappointment, trauma, abuse, failed romances, a feeling of emptiness, painful and sad memories of what has been lost. So how can one start over? The Love Therapy, a special seminar for those who need to heal from their wounds and want to move forward. This Thursday at 8 p.m, available in London only at the Cathedral of Miracles, 232 Seven Sisters Road, Finsbury Park, London N4 3NX. The seminars are broadcast live to our branches outside of London. For the addresses of these locations, visit uckg.org/addresses. For more information and to keep up to date with any special events, visit and follow our Instagram page at Love Therapy UK.
That's a wrap on today's Love Talk Show, where every conversation brings you closer to intelligent love. We'll be back soon with more love, more truth, and more talk. Until next time, keep practicing intelligent love.